Vancouver International Airport is one of the coolest airports to go plane spotting at in Canada. Today, we're going to be going plane spotting on a beautiful July evening to gain a better understanding of what the evening ops looks like at Vancouver. So without any further delay, let's go ahead and get started, everybody. Alrighty everybody, welcome to Vancouver International Airport. Super excited for today's plane spotting evening as we're going to have some really cool views here of these Air Canada aircraft. So again, July evening here at Vancouver. So many cool aircraft to take a look at, and I really hope each and every one of you are excited for this. Some unique lighting perspectives here in the summer evenings at Vancouver, and overall just a really cool plethora of traffic. So again, I really hope each and every one of you are excited for this. Let's just go ahead and get started. We're going to have several Air Canada aircraft here to start out, beginning with this Air Canada -8 Q400. This aircraft's on short final with a little bit of wear here in the new livery, so love to see the -8, and overall it's a really cool aircraft. And that plane I was just showing you there was the Air Canada Boeing 737 MAX 8. We've seen several of these as they're definitely a staple here with their range and capabilities, so very nice to see that aircraft touching down here. We also have this really cool Canadian T6. Was not expecting to see this aircraft, but it's definitely really awesome to see that right there. So overall a beautiful aircraft right there, to say the least. And we also have a toothpaste Air Canada -8 Q400. That trip port will be coming out very soon from Vancouver to Cranbrook, so a very fun flight right there. I also made a plane spotting session on my first portion of spotting at Vancouver, so feel free to check that out if you're interested. But this toothpaste example is definitely a really cool Air Canada aircraft. Another really cool capture to get here at Vancouver is definitely the Flair Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 8. This one right here has the Flair.com underbelly, and overall it looks really nice in reference to the design. So absolutely love it, and it's a really great looking plane right there. So definitely a very cool capture. A couple Cirrus clouds out there, but you're going to see the majority of these aircraft nose lit and a little bit of backlit, but this is definitely a tough airport to spot at during this time of year, considering how it looks with the sun coming in the evening. Next up, we have this beautiful Air Canada -8 Q400. What a nice aircraft there. Kind of lost a shot there, so I'm not sure where they all went. But our next aircraft is this beautiful Air Canada Airbus A319. This exhibits the toothpaste livery as well. Air Canada during the summer of 2023 only had a few of these left. This particular example, along with a few others, mainly operated out of Vancouver that summer. So this was definitely a really stellar catch here in reference to gaining a really cool capture. So this Airbus A319 is on short final here for the north runway, which I believe would be runway 26 right. So awesome to see that, and overall a super neat capture right there on the Air Canada Airbus A319. Another very cool capture you can get at Vancouver, of course, is going to be this Air North Boeing 737-500. Air North is a lower cost airline here out of Vancouver. I believe they're low cost, at least, that operates a variety of services out of Vancouver. They go to Yukon along many other places. So this example is Charlie Golf Alpha November Hotel, landing here on this beautiful summer evening. What a nice aircraft right there. Our next example is going to be another Air Canada -8 Q400. You can obviously see a plethora of these. This one with the Foxtrot initial there on the prefix, and some of the coolest perspectives you can get here from this location at Vancouver, which is right next to their public transit station, by the way, if you're wondering, right out by the malls. This Boeing 737-700 for Westjet is landing in, but you can see the fan blades here, which is really cool. This example, of course, is landing in here on this beautiful summer evening. And let me know what you think about the narration style. I took some inspiration from John Jameson during Airlines International 2024, and I thought his style was really cool. So I'm mirroring it a little bit and putting my own twist on it. So let me know what you think. But of course, I'd love to add the casual vibes in here as well. But let's go back to that format here with this beautiful Air Canada Boeing 737 MAX 8. This aircraft is registered. I can't see it. Nevertheless, landing here with the fan blades illuminated on this beautiful summer evening. Registered Charlie Golf Echo Papa Bravo with the beautiful raccoon mask and equivalent features. This aircraft on short final with some really good light throughout. Another aircraft that is common here at Vancouver is the Alaska, operated by SkyWest Airlines ERJ-175s. Alaska operates a variety of services to Seattle. This aircraft coming in here once again. And John's was also kind of interesting because he had different shots from different time frames, so it was easy to kind of change up the wording on that and all that, but obviously from the same session it's a little tougher. But nevertheless, here's this Air Canada Express CRJ-900. Obviously a plethora of those flying into Vancouver, this one on short final. And our next aircraft is going to be this beautiful Citation. I believe this is a Latitude, but I could be wrong. This aircraft registered Charlie Golf Tango Oscar Papa, maybe, can't see it. Anyways, short final there. Another very common visitor here at Vancouver International Airport includes the Pacific Coastal Saab 340s. They have around 10 of these or so in this aircraft on short final here as well. Central Mountain Air is another very cool carrier that operates Beechcraft 1900Ds here at Vancouver International Airport. This example, Charlie Foxtrot Charlie Mike uniform on short final in their all-white livery. And the Air Canada Express Dash 8 Q400s, still plenty of them remain in the older livery. This particular example has titles fading here as it's on short final for 26 right. One of the cool sticker liveries that you will see here in the Westjet fleets includes the Westjet 737-800 with the 100th Boeing 737 NG sticker on it. Westjet did acquire this aircraft many years ago, and it's still flying with the sticker today. Another cool note is that, ironically, NG models didn't make this release back in 2020. This aircraft on short final for 26 right. And again, feel free to let me know in the comments. I'm just experimenting a little bit, adding a twist to it, just trying to change up the vibe a little bit. So it'll be really helpful for assorted pictures that aren't all from the same session, but just practicing, of course, because why not? And it definitely adds a cool vibe to it with the casual ones too. But there definitely is a bunch of Air Canada CRJ 900s, so I'll keep this one more to my normal style. Philippines Airlines is one of the Pacific Airlines to operate into Vancouver. They operated the Boeing 777-300ER in the summer of 2023. This example, landing here with the fan blades beautifully illuminated, is going to be Romeo Papa C7774. This aircraft arriving in from their hub in that region right there with the beautiful beacon illuminated along with the fan blades turning after a very long flight in from the region. And what a gorgeous aircraft it is, with the cirrus clouds behind it, making for a nice backdrop here as it lands into Vancouver International Airport. We'll see other Asian carriers landing in here soon, or Pacific carriers. Another very cool operator here is this cargo carrier that operates these beautiful Convair cargo aircraft. You're going to see a plethora of these come in the evening hours here at Vancouver International Airport. This particular example, Charlie Golf Kilo Foxtrot Golf, is on short final here as the blades turn as good as they did when the aircraft was delivered many years ago, likely to a passenger carrier. One of the few places in North America you can definitely spot a Convair, especially a freighter variant. Other really cool aircraft that you can expect to see on this runway includes very cool private jets. This particular example with the stripe is Charlie Foxtrot Mike November India, and I believe this is going to be a Falcon of sorts, perhaps a 9X, 7X, or equivalent. Unfortunately, a dormant carrier to now go extinct is going to be Lynx Air, as they operated Boeing 737 MAX 8s in the few years leading after the pandemic. This particular example is landing here with the fan blades illuminated once again. It's Charlie Golf Juliet Sierra Lima on short final, carrying a bunch of very happy leisure travelers among other guests before their termination in February 2024. It might have been March, it was somewhere around there. Delta Connection operates the ERJ-175s into Vancouver from their hubs in Seattle and other places like Los Angeles and Salt Lake City. This particular ERJ-175 has probably been on my channel before, November 273 Sierra Yankee, as it's on short final with some cool beacon shots and cirrus clouds to accompany it. As the lighting continues to progress to the other side, you're going to see now an Air Canada Express CRJ-900. Of course, these examples are always landing in on their evening rushes to get everybody back for the last bank of the day here in the summer. This particular example is registered Charlie Golf Juliet Alpha Zulu, as it's on short final as usual for runway 26 right. Another very cool aircraft that you can see, as we've seen a couple times before, is Air North and their Boeing 737-500s. This particular example, Charlie Foxtrot Alpha November Foxtrot, is fitted with their winglets. There's only a handful of Boeing 737-500s left in the world, but especially a few only left with the winglets. A very cool catch here at Vancouver, and definitely catch them while you can as they continue operations into 2024 and beyond. Our next aircraft to exhibit is once again another Air Canada Airbus A319 in the toothpaste livery. Charlie Foxtrot Yankee Kilo Charlie is one of the few remaining in this livery for the 319, as this aircraft continues to exhibit the transition period from Air Canada from their toothpaste ice livery onto their new livery. This aircraft on short final once again from one of their many destinations. Westjet, obviously the operator of this Boeing 737 MAX 8, Charlie Foxtrot Romeo Alpha X-Ray, has been operating a variety of aircrafts over the years. The 737 MAX continues to be their newest endeavor. Air Canada also flies a handful of Airbus A320s into Vancouver. This particular example, Charlie Golf Juliet Victor Tango, is obviously on short final with the nose nicely illuminated as my camera was struggling to focus. In excitement, seeing another United States carrier here. Here is United Airlines with their Boeing 737 MAX 9. I was so excited, I likely forgot to take pictures until it got over to this side. But this aircraft, November 37540, is normally what we would see on my channel. But however, United flies several services to Canada from their hubs in Los Angeles, Denver, San Francisco, and Chicago, among others. Pacific Coastal, of course, operates a plethora of Beechcraft 1900s. As my camera would not focus for this example, I'm assuming it's Charlie Golf Papa Charlie Whiskey on short final here for runway 26 right with a sailboat exhibited on tail. Westjet operates a variety of Dash 8 Q400s as well. They're mainly found in their hub in Calgary, but you can see a handful in Vancouver as well. This particular one is Charlie Foxtrot Echo November uniform, as again, it's on short final from a variety of their destinations. Alaska once again operates some routes as well. I believe they also have service to Portland, Oregon, so perhaps this is where November 195 Sierra Yankee is landing from on this particular beautiful evening. Westjet also operates a variety of, okay, I'm sorry, it's kind of tough with the same planes, but then Philippine land, so it's a little bit more doable. So sorry for having fun with it, but there's a Westjet 737 MAX 8, and again, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think, but we have to go back to it for this. Another carrier to operate international air service into Vancouver International Airport is British Airways. British Airways has been operating to Vancouver for a very long time, and here's one of their newest aircrafts to their fleet, the Airbus A350-1000, with the fan blades once again beautifully illuminated as it's on short final from London Heathrow International Airport. This aircraft, registered Golf X-Ray Victor Bravo November, exhibits some beautiful aircraft features that the Airbus A350 has as it lands here on runway 26 right with a very cool line over the engine as well. Beautiful aircraft, just definitely want to take some great looks at the various views here. It is such a beauty and really great to see this aircraft landing in here on this beautiful summer afternoon. Once again, Air Canada operates a variety of flights here at Vancouver. The Airbus A320 landing here looks beautifully illuminated in the nose as a bunch of very happy summer traveling customers are making their rounds. Another very cool Pacific airline that we were able to catch on this beautiful day was China Airlines. China Airlines flies to a handful of cities in North America, Vancouver being one of them. And on this particular day, they're using their Airbus A350-900, and it has the carbon fiber Airbus livery. Arguably my best catch from this spotting session, definitely was a very memorable one as it was absolutely awesome. This particular aircraft is registered Bravo, I can't see it, it's extremely small, but it might be like a 1.5. I also want to say that funny driver, also known as Ethan Enos, was here as well. What an awesome time with him. I really enjoyed spotting with him, so didn't want to forget that because I remember we were super excited for this and I completely blanked to mention that at the beginning of this video. So apologies there, but of course definitely want to have that proper recognition because that was a super fun spotting session. So hope to do more of that in the future. It would be an absolute blast. But this carbon fiber example on the Airbus A350, I think we would argue is one of the coolest catches that we got there, and I absolutely love the fan blades on this aircraft as well. Despite the sun being on the other side, we definitely capitalized and saved on transit costs and still got some very good views of the aircraft. Not to mention, it's kind of tough to get a good spot over there on the north side for this runway. Anyway, Westjet 737-800 landing in here, Charlie Foxtrot Kilo Whiskey Juliet. Another Air Canada Dash 8 Q400, this particular example in the toothpaste livery on short final here, looking quite great as ever. Another Pacific airline to arrive in here in this evening session at Vancouver International Airport is going to be Eva Air on their Boeing 777-300ER. This particular aircraft coming in from their hub in Taipei is looking as good as ever as it's registered Bravo 16717. Very cool to catch Eva Air. This was an absolute blast. I love Eva Air, and it's been so cool to see their operations to some of the Western North America cities like Vancouver, Seattle, Los Angeles, and others. It's so inspired that at Spot LAX in 2023, I actually got the JC Wings Eva Air 777-300 model aircraft, and I've since been having really cool routes on it in my model airports. So this particular example landing in with a bunch of very happy passengers, and really cool to see this aircraft going very strong here as Eva Air has a really good market share on their service to Taipei, which is absolutely awesome. So this aircraft flies kind of into the sunset, even though we're not quite there yet, as we do transition into our next round of shots. So this is from the next day, this is July, I think 16th, I believe, 2023, as we are here in the Air Canada Lounge, as we saw a variety of really cool aircraft from this perspective, as it has a nice big window, which was front lit too. This Boeing 787-9 is currently loading up here at gate number 50. We also have a Boeing 777-200 over there in the new livery, and a 787 as well, and a 333 in the back. We'll get some cool shots of all those. Here's this Boeing 787-9 in the older livery, Charlie Foxtrot Romeo Sierra India, as it continues to load up here at gate number 58 during Air Canada's transition from the old livery to the new livery, and I'm very glad to capture so many cool shots here of this transitional period. There is a attempted shot at a Condor Airbus A330-200 Delta Alpha India Yankee Bravo. Air Condor continues to operate the Airbus A330-200. However, they are beginning to be replaced with the Airbus A330neos at this time. This one has the blue tail fin. And then we have an Air Canada Boeing 737 MAX 8, which is Charlie Golf Mike India Quebec. We also have some cool surrounding shots, including an old livery Air Canada Airbus A330-300, a Korean Air Boeing 777 freighter, and a Flair Boeing 737 MAX 8, all accompanied by some very cool mountains in the background. Here's this Air Canada Boeing 777-300ER, and I can't see the registration. Here, docked up at gate number 55, it will be pushing back shortly. Another shot of that two-faced Air Canada Boeing 787-9, and here's the Boeing 777-300ER pushing back. This aircraft registered Charlie Foxtrot India Tango uniform is going to be making its services out today. As this gorgeous aircraft looks as good as ever, I had to take several shots of it to ensure that I got some good ones. Same song, second verse for this Boeing 787-9 registered Charlie Foxtrot uniform Tango uniform. This aircraft making its rounds. Romeo, rather, you eventually will make it a mistake in the format, but hopefully you all are enjoying it. I think it's kind of cool for different. So this is Boeing 787-9, perfectly matches up with the other livery 789, so I thought that was really cool to capture both those in one shot. Iceland Air operates the Boeing 757-200s into Vancouver during this time. Tango Foxtrot India Kilo will be operating the next service out to Reykjavik, Keflavik. There is a chance that was double daily at the time as well. What a gorgeous aircraft with a great livery, and so fortunate to continue to catch these before the Boeing 737 MAX 8 takes over. Air Canada Rouge continues to operate a variety of flights despite them supposed to be retiring the Airbus A319. This example, Charlie Golf Alpha Romeo Oscar, was still operating strong here out of gate number 31, accompanied by an Air Canada Dash 8 over there, and some more, as that is where our aircraft will be for our next flight. We'll be heading over there in a moment. It's also accompanied in the background of the shot by the old livery Airbus A319 mentioned previously. In a Westjet Boeing 737 MAX 8 from afar, Air Canada operates a variety of Boeing 777s. This example, Charlie Foxtrot November Hotel, is taxiing out on this beautiful summer afternoon. And we also have two Air Canada CRJ-900s in the current livery, as we saw plane spotting in the last two videos. Feeling fortunate to get a model aircraft of that to represent that amazing time of spotting all those airplanes. This old livery Air Canada aircraft has a wore-out maple leaf, and I thought it was worth capturing. And another Central Mountain Air Dash 8 here taxiing out, which is Charlie Golf November Charlie Juliet. This aircraft is heading out on an afternoon service. And here is the wing view from my beautiful Air Canada Dash 8 in a two-face livery here, docked up like gate 39. We have some taxiing shots to take care of though, and I want to show you all those. So let's go ahead and take a look. A cool perspective shot of an old livery. I think it's an A320 back there, maybe, I can't tell. A Boeing 737 MAX 8 and a CRJ-900 all pushing back there at once with the Air Canada ground service equipment is quite nice. Westjet, of course, owns the south side of the Vancouver terminal, as assessed in that first spotting video. We also have a Flair Boeing 737 MAX 8 in there too. We have a cargo jet Boeing 767-300 freighter. Cargo jet operates a variety of services to a bunch of North American cities, predominantly in Canada, but you can also see cargo jet flying to airports like Cincinnati in the United States. This example, Charlie Foxtrot Charlie Juliet uniform, is loading up on a crisp, or it was not a crisp, it was a beautiful summer afternoon. We also have this non-wing example, Charlie Foxtrot Mike India Juliet, also hanging out here with the GPU and the other applicable items. Here is yet another cargo jet 767-300 freighter. This aircraft in the all-white livery is Charlie Foxtrot Papa Charlie Golf, which is also getting ready to go with the GPU over here by the Air Canada Jazz facility. Speaking of Air Canada Jazz, their Bombardier's CRJ-900, or now Mitsubishi, is over here, which is Charlie Golf Juliet Zulu Victor, and we also have a handful of Air Canada Dash 8s in the two-face livery hanging out over here too. Here is 3 of the beautiful cargo Convair 580s that we saw earlier, I think, or 340s, I think is what they are. These aircraft are all loading up as they're all seen here at once, and they make afternoon services as they have cones, GPUs, and other applicable items hanging out with them here at the cargo ramp. Speaking of that, there was a FedEx 757-200 over there as well, which was very cool. Mount Baker can be seen from Vancouver International Airport. Here it is from afar, getting ready to taxi onto runway 26 left. Speaking of Vancouver International Airport, there is an aerial shot from the air, as it's a really cool airport, and overall it looks really nice. As that will conclude today's video. So I really hope all of you enjoyed the spotting in the new format. Please let me know in the comments. I might kind of trial with this and see if this is a format you'd like to see in the future, especially for a compilation of photos that are not from the same spotting session. I feel like this could work well for Oshkosh, and especially would like to get some Tulsa International Airport monthly spotting session videos going, so that would be cool to kind of accompany by that and show all the highlights. So let me know what you think. I'd be eager to hear, but definitely excited to continue to expand upon this format, and I hope each and every one of you are excited for it. But again, super fun time at Vancouver. It is a really cool airport. Definitely check out all the other videos that I made on it, including that first spotting video, the video on Flight City, which is the really cool model aircraft store, along with the Vancouver International Airport itself. But yeah, that was a really great spotting session, taking a look at all the Pacific Asia traffic that Vancouver gets, along with their very unique cargo Dash 8s, obviously Pacific Coastal, and the other carriers that fly here. It's so cool. And there's definitely quite a wide array of aviation to see here at Vancouver International Airport. So very glad to catch it all, and overall it's so great. So just looking back through them one more time just for fun, since I know the format was a little different. But yeah, China Airlines, Carbon Fiber was great, Eva Air, British Airways, they just continue to go on and on. Just absolutely beautiful. Plenty of Westjet, plenty of Air Canada. It was so cool to catch all these planes. And again, I really hope all of you enjoyed this. Air North 735, Two-Faced A319, and even the Westjet 100 stickers. So yeah, not quite as many special liveries, but definitely some very unique aircraft that you're not going to get anywhere else. And I'm feeling super fortunate to catch them. And again, huge shout out to Ethan. Spotting it with him was a bunch of fun on this day. And even got the cargo Convair, which is really cool. The other 2 landed on the south side, so very fortunate at least one of them landed here on the north side. And also a great shot Philippines. Always glad to catch them. They're really cool carriers. So yeah, this is really great, and I really hope all of you enjoyed this. Quite a variety of aircraft, and overall had a bunch of fun spotting them, and I hope each and every one of you enjoyed this as well. So with all that being said, everybody, that'll do it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. My name is Redriveraviation. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust the process. Do you love and love what you do? My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon as Redriveraviation is signing. Let me get to the max 8. Why not? Off.